Do some more of these super chats here. Most current City fans don't even know who Sylvain Distin, Robbie Fowler, and Steve McManaman played for City. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Wayne.
Stephen Ireland, Sean Goater, Richard Dunn. I could probably more. I can Ilano, Joe, Benjani. I could name more City. I promise you, I could name more City players from the past. Petrov played for them as well. So many. Robinho, when he thought he was going to go to Man United. It's crazy.
This year says, I'm a Chelsea fan, not City, Hassam. My point was everyone cheats. No one is clean. Everyone pays agents and similar things. Either all okay or none.
Yeah, but this is your problem right now. You're equating all crimes to each other in this super chat. Me punching Terry in the face is not the same as KJ taking a gun and shooting me. Those are two different things. One is called battery, the other is called murder. So what you need to understand is, if I got a USB from Manchester City to hack a scouting system, that's not the same as financial doping, which is not the same as having too much grass, which is not the same as this, which is not the same as that. You cannot equate things and just say everyone cheats. Yeah, but there's differences in cheating, and it's a spectrum. And if you're sponsoring yourself and you're cheating in the transfer market, that's the highest way and the biggest crime in terms of cheating, because you're essentially getting back payments from the back door. So it's different.
Yeah. Also, there's nothing wrong with paying agents, but it has to go through the club. So if Man United pay an agent £20 million and Chelsea pay an agent £20 million, but we do ours for our club's accounts, and yours is done from an offshore company that your owner owns, you've broken the rules. Man United haven't. So it's not that you're paying an agent, it's how and where the money is coming from that needs to be focused on, my friend. And again, when it comes to Chelsea, your own club has been the ones that have reported all of this. This isn't a leak from an ex-employee. This is literally Todd Bowley saying, yo, this looks dodgy, come have a look, please. Aren't some of the charges due to not cooperating? Yes, some of them absolutely are for not cooperating with them as well. And that's where this is going to be a very interesting situation when it comes to the I won't call it the courtroom because people get annoyed. The inquest is, if they're found guilty, they're going to be punished additionally because they haven't cooperated, which is why I think Chelsea are doing it the way around they're doing it. So it's going to be intriguing to see which way this goes. And if City end up winning, then Chelsea are going to feel really stupid for cooperating. Like, it could go either way, couldn't it? Yeah. Nothing is going to happen to Chelsea or City. Otherwise, they will break away to the Super League, and all your big clubs will follow if they do that.
I saw so many people saying this today. You need to understand, after what happened in the first thing with the Super League, after what happened the first time with the Super League, apparently the Premier League owners signed something to not have the situation happen again, essentially. And starting next season, the Champions League is going to give clubs a lot more money than it used to give them. So
yeah,
it's I don't think
I don't think the Super League's happening. No, I don't. But I understand why you'd say that. Klopp with Pep money would be nothing. Would do nothing. Stop. I saw John flipping stones play Cruz and Luca off the park under Pep. Pep is so clear. Goat.
That's my response. Yeah, that's my response to his super chat.
Come on.
I signed in Klopp's entire time. He signed two players worth more than 60 million, and that's Alisson and Van Dijk. One of them won the Lev Yashin Award. The other guy almost won the Ballon d'Or.
No, Nunes is more than that.
No, I'm saying when we were competing.
Oh, right. When he was this here says different punishment for different rules broken, and to what extent they are broken. So difficult to compare to Everton's case. That's a fair point.
Everton, and by the way, Terry said this at the start. Everton just made a genuine mistake and got their thing wrong. This is the thing. Everton made mistakes on the football pitch, whether it be managerial mistakes, aka hiring Frank Lampard. Would it be certain transfers, the signing of Walcott, the signing of Iwobi, the signing of Richarlison, whoever? These are mistakes that they done financially, and they have not got the results that they need to get. So these are two different things. So I agree with you. I think you're completely spot on, Gav. It's completely different.
No, again, and Gav, if it turns out that City are only guilty of 4 or 5 of these charges, and they're really small things, and their punishment shouldn't be as high as Everton's. And remember, we only know about the things that have already been leaked because they were connected to the UEFA investigation, which is connected to this. According to the Premier League, there are multiple others that no one even knows about like publicly. So it's hard to assess. My point is that all I've stated, and I stand by it, if they're guilty of the big breaches that we have seen, then it needs to be a bigger punishment than Everton's, because they would have lost money like Everton, but they've circumvented it by potentially breaking them rules. Jamie here says, speaking of more evidence from last night that Messi can do whatever he wants. No red card again. Everything is so corrupt for him. I haven't even seen that.
Uruguay won in the end. Darwizi scored.
Yeah, they did. Mike also super chatted here saying another GA for Darwin Hassan, my top striker, Nunez.
Michael, everywhere I go, every YouTube channel I go on, you just super chat $2 to just give me the Darwin GA.
Cheers, Mikey. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, my G. Thank you, bruv. Let's do some more of these comments here. Bobby actually said, forget about taking away titles, transfer bans, fines, deductions. Put City in League 2 and watch every player and Pep leave.
Pep Guardiola would be out the door so fast.
Again, City fans, I feel like I'm backing you here, even though you won't like what I'm going to say. If City have cheated, they've cheated Pep. If the owners have broken the rules this badly, they've hurt Pep. Pep should leave. He should leave through protest. He should leave because they will have wasted 7 or 8 years of his life, and he can never get that back. And he's closing in on all those records could potentially go. The fact he's closing in on Fergie's numbers. Imagine all that goes. Pep, he'll never catch Fergie then. He'll never catch him. And the saddest bit is he's still achieved with that group and done amazing things, but it will go if it's all true. So yeah, listen, I feel sorry for Pep. Everton received a points deduction higher than Arsenal and Man United received for a full pitch brawl in 1990. As a Toffees fan, I'm madder at the penalty.
Big up Daryl, man.
Cheers, Daryl. I don't really know what to make of that, my old mate. But from my point of view, having a punch up, well, you didn't cheat, but yeah, there we go. Off topic, but when do you do a straight facts with a Chelsea rep? We don't actually. I have very little room to do more straight facts because of the amount of games that are on. And I've asked a few Chelsea fans to kind of do it on a regs, but none of it been able to commit to it. But yeah, we might add that at some point in the future, Ash.
December is coming, Ash. There's going to be a game every 2 days, basically.
This year says, City already committed to spending over 500 million in the next 12 months on the squad and stadium expansion. I don't believe Khaldoon is losing sleep. It might not be.
I didn't see that anywhere.
I look at it from two ways. Is that our balance with it? They could be losing no sleep because they know they're fine. And if you know you're fine, you're fine. But by the way, in real life, if you've got the money City you've got and you haven't broken any rules or laws, you're fine. You know, if you're poor and you haven't done nothing wrong but you're being accused of it, you still might get in trouble, right? But when you're rich, you're fine. Or there's the other side of it. Pride comes before the fall. There are people in life that are like, I'm fine, I got this, and then it goes west. So it's either for me, it's either one of those two things with the way City are approaching this. They are either crystal clean and can prove it, and it's going to be absolutely fine, or they think it's all going to be okay, and it could end up in disaster. It's going to go one or two ways. They're either getting no punishment or they're getting screwed. I really do see it being one or the other in this situation. The Hungarian John Joe Shelby was more than 60 million. Who's that?
How dare you, Anton, call Szoboszlai? Have some shit.
Szoboszlai
is one of the signings of the summer. We're not going to start this stupid agenda now. Anton, you're such a fraud as well. You're an Arsenal fan. What are you fighting Szoboszlai for? Has Terry lagged? I thought you lagged.
No, I was reading something, so I got a message. I want to read it. Guess who plays Everton? Yeah, it's us. It's us, isn't it? It's absolutely us. It's true. It's true, Manny. When I saw that today, that Everton.
My God! I just clocked. It's actually Everton away for you. Away as well at Goodison. You're fucked. You're fully fucked now. You're very fucked.
Yep.
Hey, enjoy it, Terry. Enjoy the ride, brother.
Yeah, I know. But again, that either goes one or two ways. That we can either deflate them very quickly, score a goal and batter them, or they're going to come out and play like peak Barcelona and just suddenly be world class. Yeah. No, mate, I agree with you. It's going to be what a horrible game to have with what they're currently going through. It's just the worst. If City and Chelsea get convicted, no one will respect what they have done and the show will be over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen, nobody will respect it. You're absolutely right. And their own fans won't respect it because it will feel dirty. It'll feel tarnished. They won't be able to. Pep knows. I don't know if Pep knows. I don't think most of it hasn't even happened when Pep was there. So, no, I disagree. Terry and Hassam, hypothetically, if City and Barca are found guilty, how does it reflect on Pep's success and greatness?
Definitely affects it. If you're part of an institution that cheated its way to the top, it definitely affects you 100%. We can sit up here and can say Pep is one of the greatest managers of all time. I agree. We can sit up here and say Pep is this, Pep is that, no problem. But the reality is, my guy, I like it does. It will affect the success 100%. The legacy 100%. It will affect it because his biggest people that need to realize something. His biggest flex is actually Barcelona. It's not Manchester City or Bayern. It's Barcelona. That's the one thing that people give him credit for.
Yeah, Ricky, I think I echo what Sam has said and maybe a little more. It would be so unfortunate to Pep if this all turns out to be true, because unless there's evidence that proves it, I don't think he's got anything to do with what Barca may or may have not have done, whatever City may or may not have done. But he would lose. Those clubs could lose trophies, medals, credibility. Therefore, he would. So many of his great, all of his trebles, his Champions Leagues, his record-breaking points totals, everything that he kind of is renowned for is at the very least diluted, if not eviscerated. And like genuinely, there's a part of me as a United fan who loves Sir Alex Ferguson that doesn't want anybody to overtake Fergie, that is. But there's also a part of me as a football fan that thinks, imagine you have to, or you're forced to take away the greatness that what Pep is. Now, there are arguments that, yeah, but we know Pep still achieved it. True, he did still do it. But at the same time, if someone's done for
the how matters, basically.
Yeah, like the how will matter, and it won't ever be the same again. And I genuinely feel for Pep, and I worry for him because it's almost like he's financially he's fine, but it's almost like his life's work is gone, and it could finish him because it's almost like, would he have the energy to go again? Will he have the energy to go and start winning trophies again? Because so much of what he's done and achieved would be wiped out. He could never catch the greats who already have the 40 to 50 odd trophies because he's probably too old now to start again. That's 20 years almost wiped off, and barring what he did at Bayern. So yeah, I genuinely for Pep Guardiola, I truly hope that they're not found guilty for him individually. I don't. No, I know you don't, but I don't like. I don't like the idea of someone like Pep, who is a god of our sport, suddenly having all of his managerial achievements, on the majority of them, suddenly null and void. However, that's why this needs to be taken seriously, because you're not just dealing with my club and your club feeling hard done by, you're dealing with the legacy of these players as well. And that's why, although it's harsh, that's why the clubs, if they've done this, need to be punished heavily, because you are taking so much away from so many people at the same time. It's a huge thing. And that's why the punishments have to be massive. They really, really would. They really would. There we go. This here says, my thing with City is they innocence. Why does it going to take years to know the truth? Normal innocence wants it over fast. The actual reason that I read is that actually guessing the level of QCs required there's like a long waiting list. It's not a criminal matter where anyone's lives are at danger. This is just a case of, like, to a lot of these QCs, this isn't important. There's probably a lot more pressing and more important things they have to deal with. This is just, well, the nearest slot we can fit it in is in 2.5 years' time because they're really busy. That's what I believe it is, more so than just anything else. I don't think it's City per se dragging it out. 115 charges aren't separate. There's 5 main charges.
That's cute. What about the other 110? Good luck, Stockport Iniesta. By the way, Foden was in arguments with Mbappe. Now he's in arguments with Saka. So just sit on the floor.
This is Terry. You should do straight facts with subscribers.
Oh, yeah, because that go really well. Oh, that's such a great idea, Oral Campbell. Such a great idea, brother. That would go tits up so quick. 30 seconds and he'd gegenpress one of the fans or something, and it would just be over for them.
Rivals so needed this to cope with City's dominance. But this is the thing, though. What is very interesting to me is that for years, people have accused City and Chelsea of financially doping, and it's both those clubs that are now under this level of investigation. So, and generally in life, I do believe with the saying of "there's no smoke without fire." And Chelsea's one's just so interesting because it isn't speculation. They're the ones reporting themselves. So it's just interesting. Arsenal fan, how dare you? I have 2 Champions Leagues.
My bad, Anton. My bad.
Sorry, Anton. Sorry, mate. Pep not a god if his teams are corrupt. Yes and no. Like, I get you, no, in theory, but he hasn't been he's just been coaching this team. You know, if I'm a coach of a runner and I don't know he's taking steroids and I coach him to be world champion, there's an element of I'd feel sorry for that coach because that coach thinks I've done everything right. But then I also get your point. If you've built squads or you've paid referees so that you win games and you've built squads that you wouldn't be able to without cheating, then he wouldn't have been able, he wouldn't have made them as good. Maybe a lot of the wins at Barca wouldn't have been wins. Yeah, I do get you, Jamie. I do get you. It's such a hard one. Johnny Mineral, straight facts. Yeah, Johnny Mineral on straight facts would be hilarious. If innocent, why not be open about it? Shady City is what Abs has got to say to us here.